Let's just acknowledge what's happening right now. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that eating well is easy or cheap in Canada right now without first saying what the actual hell is going on with grocery prices. A head of lettuce has been $5 since January. $5. And before you say just buy it in season, it's been $5 regardless of the season since the new year. And here's the kicker. As the weather gets warmer and the summer approaches, fresh produce prices are likely going to go up, not down. Because, of course they are. A dozen eggs is at least $6. That's 50 cents an egg. Good quality meat, actual good quality, raised properly, is expensive as hell. And just when people started waking up to the fact that eating more plants was more affordable, the bastards sitting in their ivory towers went ahead and jacked up the price of the produce too. I get it. I genuinely, completely get it. I feed 4 people on roughly $200 a week in one of the most expensive provinces in the country, eating primarily plant-based whole foods. Some weeks a bit less, some weeks a bit more when I'm doing a bulk buy. And I'm going to show you exactly how quality over quantity is not only better for your body, it's actually smarter for financially when you break it all down. Now, let's get into it. I'm Debbie, a holistic nutritionist with 15 years experience, and what that means is that I look at the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. I eat primarily plant-based for 2 reasons. 1, it's better for my body, and 2, it's more affordable. Both of these things are true at the same time, and I think a lot of people have been sold the idea that healthy eating is a luxury. It's not. It requires intention, yes, but it is not a luxury. And today, I want to show you why less of the right food genuinely beats more of the wrong food for your body and your wallet. Here's the trap that most people fall into. They look at the price per item and try to get the most food for the least money, which sounds logical. A bag of chips, a case of instant noodles, a jumbo pack of processed sandwich meat, cheap, fills the cart, feeds the family. But here's what quantity thinking misses completely. How much does that food actually cost your body? How long does it keep you full? And how many nutrients does it deliver per dollar? How much energy does your body spend just trying to process ingredients it doesn't even recognize as food? A bag of chips is cheap per bag, but you can eat the whole bag and still be hungry an hour later, because there's almost nothing in it that satisfies your body at a cellular level. You paid for volume and got almost no value. That is expensive food pretending to be cheap. Real food, whole grains, legumes, vegetables, eggs, quality protein, costs more per item in some cases, but it fills you up properly. It gives your body the raw materials it actually needs. And when your body is properly nourished, you stop reaching for the next thing every hour. That's where the real savings are. Quality over quantity doesn't mean buying the most expensive thing in the store. It means choosing food that does the most work for your body per dollar spent. And when you look at it that way, plant-based whole food wins almost every time. Legumes, lentils, chickpeas, black beans, kidney beans. Yes, the price has gone up. Everything has gone up. But a large bag of dried lentils still give you multiple meals worth of complete nutrition, protein, fiber, iron, folate, magnesium. Cook a big pot on Sunday and you have a base for soups, curries, salads, and bowls all week long. Cost per meal is still one of the lowest in the entire grocery store. This is what I mean by quality and quantity existing in the same food. Legumes do both. Rice and grains. A large bag of rice or oats bought in bulk is one of the best investments you can make at the grocery store. It lasts, it's versatile, and it forms the base of dozens of meals. And the cost per serving is almost nothing. Pair it with legumes and vegetables, and you have a complete nourishing meal for a fraction of what a processed convenient meal costs. I buy bulk in a large bag. I buy bulk of large bags of rice and lentils specifically because of the price per serving drops significantly and they keep for months. That's smart grocery shopping in this economy, not deprivation. Eggs. Still one of the most affordable, complete proteins available. Yes, a dozen eggs is at least $6 right now, 50 cents each, but that's still 50 cents for complete protein, healthy fat, B vitamins, and choline in one package. Try getting that nutritional value from anything else at that price. Pasture raised from a local farm if you can find them. Eggs are the budget quality protein that never gets enough credit. Frozen vegetables and fruit. Frozen is not second class. Vegetables and fruit are picked at the ripe peakness and they're flash frozen immediately, in many cases retaining more nutrients than the fresh produce that's been sitting in a truck and on a shelf for a week. A bag of frozen spinach, broccoli, frozen mixed berries, affordable year-round nutrition in your smoothies, soups, and stir fries, and your body will thank you for it. With fresh produce prices where they are and likely heading higher, keep your freezer well stocked is one of the most important, smartest moves you can make right now. Canned fish. Canned sardines and salmon are among the most nutritious and overlooked foods in the entire grocery store. Wild caught, affordable, loaded with protein, omega 3s, B12, and vitamin D. And they cost $2 to $4 a can. Most people walk right past them. Don't. They are genuinely exceptional value and they last in your pantry for years. So shop local, farmers markets, and farm gate stands. This is the part I feel strongly about because it genuinely changes the game if you have access to it. Farmers market exists in almost every city and town across Canada, and the growers are often doing something that grocery store system doesn't reward and doesn't talk about. They're growing food properly with minimal or no spray, with care for the soil and the product, and selling it directly to you without a middleman taking the cut. Talk to them. Ask if they spray. Ask how they grow. Most farmers at a market love that conversation and will tell you exactly what they do. A lot of small local farms are effectively organic. They're doing everything right, but they're not certified. And here's why. Organic certification in Canada costs money, requires paperwork, and involves government fees that a small operation simply just can't justify. So they grow clean food and sell it without the label. You're getting the product without the premium, but only if you ask. The certification is for the government's benefit as much as anything else. Talk to your grower and find out for yourself. In rural Canada, BC, Ontario, Nova Scotia, all across the country, farm gate stands and honor system setups are genuinely a treasure. A box of produce at the end of a driveway, a tin for your money, no transaction fees, no corporate markup, no fluorescent lighting. You're buying directly from the person who grew it. It might be $1 or $2 more than the grocery store on some items, and it is almost certainly cleaner, fresher, and more nutritious. And that money goes directly to a family farm instead of a grocery chain's quarterly profit report. Seek these out. They are worth the effort. So what about meat? I eat primarily plant-based, partly by choice, partly because good quality meat in Canada is expensive as hell. Grass-fed, grass-finished beef, when you can even find it, is a punishing $15 to $20 a pound or more. Bison and buffalo are similar. Wild caught fish at the fish counter is not cheap either. Here's my honest take. If you're going to eat meat, eat less of it and make it count. Buy the best quality you can afford, even if it means only having it once or twice a week instead of every day. Conventional factory farm meat is cheaper, but it comes with a whole other set of issues. And we have a separate video on that. And at the end of the day, a smaller amount of genuinely good quality protein does far more for your body than a large amount of low quality protein. The math actually works in your favor here. 1 or 2 genuinely good quality meals with animal protein per week, filled out the rest of the time with legumes, eggs, whole grains, and vegetables, is better nutrition and often similar or lower cost than eating conventional meat at every meal. Your body gets more, you spend less. So here's the thing that nobody puts on the price tag. Cheap processed foods has a downstream cost that doesn't show up at the checkout. It shows up in your energy levels, your mood, your sleep, your hormone balance, your immune function, and eventually your healthcare costs. Food that doesn't nourish you properly keeps you hungry, keeps you reaching for more, and over time contributes to chronic health issues that are genuinely expensive to deal with. Real food, whole, minimally processed, recognizable ingredients fills you up properly. It gives your body what it needs to function. It reduces the constant snacking and the hunger that sends you to the drive-thru at 4 p.m. because lunch didn't actually sustain you. When you add all of that up, the bag of lentils, the frozen vegetables, and the dozen eggs are an extraordinary deal. The $5 bag of chips is not. So 4 people, roughly $200 a week on groceries, covering the household basics. That's about $50 a person, just over $7 a day. In Canada, right now, eating primarily whole food, plant-based with quality protein where it counts. This isn't a miracle, it's intentional. It's bulk buying the lentils and the rice. It's frozen berries instead of fresh when fresh is $5 for a small container. It's cooking a big pot of something on Sunday and eating from it for 3 days. It's eggs more often than not because nothing beats eggs for the cost and nutrition right now. It's hitting the farmer's market on Saturday morning and spending $20 on local produce that outperforms anything in the grocery store. It isn't always easy. It's not always fun to stand in the produce aisle and watch prices climb. This is absolutely not fun, but every dollar I spend on real whole food is working significantly harder for my body than the same dollar spent on something in a package with a long ingredient list and a short nutritional story. Eating well in Canada right now is not free and not effortless. The grocery prices are fucking brutal and getting worse. That's real and it's infuriating. And you're allowed to be angry about it. I know I am. But quality over quantity, whole food over processed foods, less of better over more of worse is still the smartest move you can make, whatever your grocery budget is. A bag of lentils, a dozen eggs, some frozen vegetables, a large bag of rice, and whatever's at your local farmer's market or farm gate stand this week will feed you and nourish you better than a cart full of packaged convenience food at twice the price every single time. Buy less, choose better, cook more. Find your local farmers and talk to them. Your body and your wallet are going to feel the difference. So subscribe for more no BS nutrition advice, and I'll see you in the next one.